Okay, let's continue with this enemy script. So last time uh, we made our enemy walk into the first waypoint. Okay, you can see they're facing it and walking forward towards it. And we can increase their walk speed or decrease it. If we go negative, they'll walk away. That's kind of silly. Okay, so what we need to do next is judge when the player gets close to this waypoint. So the way we're going to do that is, you guessed it, vector3 dot distance. So we're going to see how far away the enemy is, transform dot position, from the current waypoint. So waypoint index. Um, so if that distance is less than, we'll just say 1. Okay, so there's our if statement. Um, so now we need to check to see if we're ascending waypoints or descending waypoints. Okay, because we don't know, even though we're close to the waypoint, we don't know what the next waypoint should be. So we need to say if ascending waypoints, we want to do one thing, else we'll do a second thing. Okay, so if, and this is what I just added, if ascending waypoints, we're going to do one thing, else we'll do a second thing. Okay, so these lines, we have 4 new curly brackets inside this if, inside this method, just for the patrolling. Okay, so if we're ascending waypoints, we want to go to the next waypoint. So we're going to say waypoint index equals waypoint index plus 1, right? Now, if we're descending waypoints, we're going to say waypoint index equals waypoint index minus 1. Okay? So if we're going up in waypoints, our next index is going to be the next one. If we're going down, it's going to be the previous one, right? So here's the thing. So let's go to Photoshop to talk about this. So if this is our enemy, so say we have 3 waypoints. Okay, so and this is waypoint 0, 1, and 2. So if we're heading to our first waypoint and we're ascending, so that's waypoint index, and waypoint index is equal to 0. So we're moving towards this one. Okay, so that's 0. When we get close enough and we're ascending, we want to switch to 1. So we switch to 1. Okay, so this isn't 0 anymore, it's 1. So we're moving towards 1, we get close enough, and we're still ascending, so we switch to 2. Okay, so this is good, all good. We're moving towards 2, we get to 2, and then we go to 3. Okay, so it's going to ascend, it's going to go to 3. Now 3 doesn't exist, right? Waypoint 3, we never added it. We only have 0, 1, and 2. We don't have a 3. So we're going to get an error here. So if we try and find waypoint 3 in our list of waypoints, if 3 doesn't exist, we're going to get an error. So what we need to do is, if waypoint index goes up to 3, what we want to do is, if it gets higher than our amount of waypoints, we want to turn around, right? We actually want to switch to waypoint 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to say if waypoint index is greater than the number of waypoints, then we're going to set waypoint index to the max number of waypoints, which is 2, minus 1. So that'll set it to index 1, right? So we'll take whatever waypoint is before the last one. We'll set it to that. And then we also need to set ascending to false, right? Because now we're going to go back this way. So now we're going to subtract every time we hit it. Okay? So the way this is going to work in code is, so we add one waypoint to our waypoint index. Now we need to check to see if waypoint index is greater than or equal to waypoints dot length. Okay. Really, we just need to check if equal to, but like to do it this way. So our waypoint length, if we have 3 waypoints, if we have waypoints 0, 1, and 2, our waypoint length is actually 3, right? We have 3 objects. So if our waypoint index 3, which doesn't exist in our list, is equal to the length, which is 3, then we know that we've reached a value we can't access. So if our waypoint index is greater than or equal to waypoints.length, we want to set the waypoint index equal to waypoints dot length. And actually, I think we want to. Oh, we can say -1. Okay. And then we will say ascending waypoints equals false. So we're no longer ascending, we're now descending. Okay. So so now the next time we get close to a waypoint, we're not going to check ascending waypoints anymore. We're going to switch back to this else. We're going to switch to descending, in which our waypoint index will subtract. Now, say we're coming back the other way. We get to 2, we get to 1, and our index equals 0, but we're still not ascending, we're descending. So our waypoint index equals 0, okay? And we're going to say waypoint index equals waypoint index -1. Well, that's going to give us -1, okay? So -1 isn't in our waypoints list either, okay? So we need to say if waypoints index is less than 0, we want to set our waypoint index equal to 1, right? And we also want to set ascending waypoints equal to true, because now we're going to turn around here, right? We're going to say this is your next waypoint. So you reach 0, it hit -1. So actually your next waypoint is going to be 1, because that means you're at 0. And now we want to go back up, okay? And so what that's going to give us is, so we start at 0. When we get to 1, we go to 2. When we get to 2, we turn around and we go back to 1. When we get to 0, we turn around and go back to 1. So that's going to give us our patrol motion, our loop back and forth. All right. So I think that's all we need for patrol. Let's give it a test. So if we go to Unity, also notice our waypoints are all spheres. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first one, hold Control, and select the other 2. So now I have all 3 selected, but not the enemy. I'm going to turn off the sphere collider and the mesh renderer, because we don't need to see those anymore. Now let's test out our enemy here. Oh, we have an error. So let's double click on that. So our waypoints are not vector 3s. Our waypoints are a collection of transforms. So we need to get the position from all of these. That should be good, actually. That should be the only one. So in our if vector 3 distance, vector 3 distance is looking for 2 vector 3s. So transform.position is a vector 3, but waypoints, waypoint index is a transform. So we need to get the position off of that here. So that'll get us our distance. So let's go back to Unity, clear these errors, and they're gone. Great. So let's try hitting play now. And I'm just going to switch back to scene so we can watch our enemy make the patrol. Great. So we're patrolling back and forth now. Until next time.